Most people think Duchess Swan is nothing but a mean old bird, but I think she's wicked cool.
At first, I wasn't too excited to be Lizzie's roommate.
She's the most graceful person I've ever seen.
She doesn't even know what first position in ballet is, and my first position is second to none.
And also, she saved my life during the next top villain competition, and it cost her the win. But even though she doesn't know the first thing about ballet and says, "Off with your head," a million times a day, she's fabulous. Duchess isn't so hard to figure out. She's just desperately unhappy with her unhappy ending.
And she can do pretty amazing things with her deck of magical cards that she always keeps in this box here on her nightstand. So don't tell anyone, but I've actually learned to like Duchess Swan, as crazy as that sounds. That day she put Blondylocks into a magical prison with her magic cards was the best day ever. And Lizzie is the most amazing fashion designer. Ta-da! What do you think, Duchess? I'm finished. Well, it's not my color scheme, but great job anyway. And now I wouldn't consider rooming with anybody else. Hi, it's Dolls, Toys, and Games Gal, and at last I have finished a dorm room for Lizzie Hearts and Duchess Swan. And in this video, I'm going to show you what I did and then do a few shout-outs at the end. So let's get started. I worked on Lizzie's side first, and I always use this black and white checkered pattern for all Wonderlandians because to me it just says, "Hey, I'm from Wonderland." And then I use this bright yellow scrapbook paper with harlequin diamonds on it for Lizzie's wallpaper. And the way I do it, I use 3 pieces, 1 for the middle and 2 for the sides. And so I'm going to put the final piece up here with scrapbook glue. And there it goes. And here I've put down her flooring, which I'm imagining is a carpet. Now I need to cover up the open spots left by the scrapbook paper, so I'm using this red rose ribbon trim for the bottom. I think it looks quite elegant. And then I'm going to, for the top, use this black and white diamond ribbon trim that I used also in her bed. And now I've completed the walls and the floor for Lizzie's room. I think it looks quite Wonderlandiful. Then for Lizzie's window, I took this window frame and painted it black, and then I added a piece of Kitty Cheshire's Spring Unsprung background to it, and here is her finished window. To make the curtains, I took some doll pins, painted them bright red, and then took the bedspread fabric that I used and hot glued them into the middle of the doll pins, and then hot glued the doll pins together. Then using these gold tassels, I made her some curtains. Here I'm pretending that Lizzie is gazing out her window at the Spring Unsprung festivities. Next, I decided to make her a nightstand with this cute little decorative box, and I painted it in Lizzie's color palette. You might recognize this box from Bunny Blanc's room. I used it there too. And here I just added 4 black pegs to the bottom, and I think it could be a great storage space for her many accessories that came with her Spring Unsprung playset. To create some wall decor for her, I painted these laser cut photo frames and then took a piece of canvas and a piece of her Tri-Cassalon box. See, that must be her hedgehog going through a croquet wicket. And I'm just going to hot glue everything together. Same with this piece, which I kept from her original signature doll box. I'm going to just put that inside a frame and hot glue those to her wall. And now for the final touch in Lizzie's room, we do have this dress mannequin, and I put a Barbie doll dress on it. Actually, I had to cut it short because it was quite long. And I'm putting it in here to let Lizzie work on designing a new dress. And now for Duchess Swan's side. I really wanted to create Duchess a dance floor. So I used this wood grain scrapbook paper as her flooring. And then I'm using this beautiful light purple on white scrapbook paper as her walls. And then to trim the top and bottom edges, I'm using this very beautiful white chiffon trim on the top and the bottom, so it looks quite delicate for Duchess. And then to make her a ballet bar, I took these mirrors. These are 4 by 5 inch mirrors, and I'm going to be hot gluing those to her wall. And then I found this wood shape that says dance that I thought was perfect, so I painted it a light purple. Duchess's windows I painted white, and I attached another piece of the spring unsprung box background. So here I've put it on her wall. And then I custom printed her curtains from Spoonflower using a palette I made on Color Lovers and a pattern I found on Color Lovers and printed it on Spoonflower. I used the same technique as I always do with the doll pins and the valances, and I'm holding back Duchess's curtains with pearls, strands of pearls. So now it's time to attach the curtains to her wall. I think it looks really quite enchanting. And the mirrors are up now on her wall. And I now have hot glued the dance word across her mirror. And to hold up the ballet bar, I took these 2 light purple beads and hot glued those to the mirror. And then I hot glued 2 more doll pins. I think I can leave these unpainted because it looks quite good. And I hot glued the doll pins to the purple beads, so it looks like Duchess has a place to practice ballet. And final touch is her nightstand. It's a mirrored table. I actually got this off of Etsy from a store that makes furniture for Monster High and Ever After High dolls. And check out how cool this swan lamp is. It turns on, see? And the swan is just beautiful, as are the feathers. So I thought it would be the perfect touch. I did splurge a little bit on that piece of furniture. And then I took a wood ballerina shape and I painted her a light lavender purple. And then I added a piece of tulle with hot glue, and I'm going to add this little lavender flower and attach it to Duchess's wall. And that is her final touch. And now Duchess can stretch and dance and practice to her heart's desire. Here I added some ballet shoes to her bed and found her ice skates as well. And actually it's so much fun to pose Duchess in her many dance positions. Well, I know you guys have been waiting patiently for this room, so I want to say thank you and give some shout outs to Jordan Clark and Wadim Stanky. Thanks everyone for watching my videos. I really appreciate it.